Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trial by Fire, a podcast by JC Bamp. I'm your delightfully tacky and tactfully delightful host, Nick Carrell. On this show, our three contestants come in prepared with different segments about a current event, with hopes their segment will be deemed the superior segment by me. They aren't just playing for bragging rights, though. In front of me, I have a hat full of random tasks, personal challenges, and total inconveniences to which the losers will be subjected to. Last week, Bennett and Liam's segments lost them the episode. Those dumb loser boys were tasked with eating in the entirety of an Outback Steakhouse signature blooming onion. Bennett and Liam, tell us how much you enjoyed. Oh my God. Tell us how much you enjoyed that 115 calories of onion and an additional 1,839 calories that made it bloom.
I came in with a great strategy, and honestly, I had a decent time at Outback Steakhouse that night.
I didn't have a decent time, but
Yeah, he really did.
But somehow at the end of it, I kind of walked out of there with my head held high, in better shape than I thought. But then, not seen in the footage is over the next 3-4 hours, I fell into a true illness that's still with me a little bit today.
And I felt just fine, which kind of tells you something about my diet. But it was just a good dinner. Honestly, it was fine.
I'm still a little sick. I'm sorry to be so near you, Nick.
Hey, no problem. No problem, Bennett. I actually, the footage is amazing. I've seen it. Y'all should be really excited for it.
Thank you.
I do encourage you, though. Personally, I only watched them for so long. After a while, I started watching the gentleman in the background pound 6 or 7 beers during the course of the motion. What was it? Is it motion capture? Is that the term?
Wait,
for it?
really? There was
Dude,
someone at
there's
the
a
bar?
guy in the background who kills 6 or 7 pints throughout the course of you eating a single blooming
What the
onion.
hell? I haven't seen this yet. That's
on a
crazy.
Monday night.
On a Monday night. This guy was a champion.
was
I don't
by
know who he
himself?
was. By himself from the look of it.
Oh,
But I swear to God, I counted it somewhere in the range of 5 and 7.
that guy's up
Oh,
to
man.
something.
I didn't know that there were heroes in Outback.
I didn't know that's what a hero was.
Well, we've learned a lot about Bennett and some about Liam and John in this segment. Alrighty. Anything you want to add, John?
I was doing improv
When
when this was happening.
Oh my God.
I was having a good time.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy you had this bonding moment. Coming off of Bennett and John bonding over Climax, I'm happy that Bennett and Liam got that opportunity to seal their friendship in, once again, 115 calories of onion and an additional 1,839 calories that made it bloom, designed for 6 people.
Felt great.
I wonder who Bennett's going to bond with this week.
Yeah. Who are you going to have to do a punishment with this week?
0 for 3. His 0 for 3 trial by fire.
Hey, I'm
0
0
for
for 2. Thank you.
I said 0 for 2 as well, defending.
Oh,
you.
sorry. I guess I was just thinking ahead.
You can say that at the end of the episode, Nick.
Let the segments speak for themselves.
All right, so now that we've caught up with our contestants, let's take a look at our current event of the episode. Today, our current event is mummies. What's current about mummies, you say? Well, scientists have fulfilled a mummified Egyptian priest's wish for life after death by replicating his voice with artificial vocal cords. That's right. According to BBC News, Nesyamun, a priest in the ancient Egyptian city of Thebes, spoke for the first time in over 3,000 years. How, you say? By scanning his well-preserved, dare I say, mummified vocal tract, they were able to 3D print a new voice box identical to that of the once-living Nesyamun. Thanks to science, Nesyamun speaks again, and I quote here, "His voice has been reproduced as a vowel-like sound that is reminiscent of a sheep's bleat." End quote. Yeah, exactly. Personally, I didn't know Nesyamun, but I do get the feeling that he probably wouldn't want his voice transcending death in the form of a sheep's bleat.
Wasn't he a priest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be like...
And apparently while he was alive, this was his one wish was to have his voice replicated after he died.
Well,
Wait,
it sounds
really?
like beggars can't be choosers then. He did it.
This is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. The dumbest waste of money. I mean, what are we gaining from having
it's
this?
not about what we gain from this. It's about what this could lead to and what this
What could it
steps in
lead to?
science. Well, I mean, it's what do we gain from walking on the moon? We didn't, but we advanced the technology of space travel
There's
and
a
it gave us
lot.
Velcro shoes.
There's a lot that went into walking on the moon.
Right. But a lot went into it. I'm saying, and all that went into this was playing with the 3D printer.
No one was asking for this, though.
dear. I wish I could bleat like a goat and also talk.
Thank you, John, for your contribution.
Science. That's my science is cool.
That's what I said.
I mean, I feel like someone enjoyed it, and that's what life is about. Someone's enjoyment.
And also, Liam, to address your question, the reason why we care about this and the reason it's important is because it gives us 45 minutes of material for Trial by Fire.
That's literally all I could think about was this is great for podcast content, but these are like very accomplished academics doing this.
Probably cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think the hardest part was probably getting the well-preserved voice box, but I don't know.
I feel like it's.
I agree. It's incredible what they did, but no one was asking.
I think they
for
just
this.
had enough
But think
mummies,
about-
so they're like, this one we can cut open and get the voice box.
Is it incredible because they said he sounds like a bleeding goat?
Dude, I just like
Have you ever met anyone that sounds like a goat?
no, and this
You're
is like a
So
of
it's
his
not
time, like a
incredible.
well-respected
Yeah.
priest
You just imagine just
in
Who
Thebes.
sitting
says
in
how
chairs
this
and
guy was
remembering.
well respected? He was alive like
Yeah.
1,000 years ago, right?
3,000 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, stand corrected, Liam. Alrighty. So on that note, John, it sounds like you have a lot to say. How about you take us away with your segment related to Nessie Moon and his 3,000-year revival?
I would love to do that. The dead speak. In today's world event, we learn that scientists reproduce the vocal cords of a dead priest mummy man.
This is so fun to hear a second time.
I know, I'm just doing a little recap. With modern technology, we were able to experience what the language and voice of this dead human was from all that time ago. Since both of you are experts in the human condition,
Thank you.
I believe the two of you contain the ability to bring us into the presence of people who have never been recorded via audio recording devices. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing impressions of people from history in certain situations. For example, Da Vinci at the river.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a me, Da Vinci. I'm terrible at impressions, so I'm obviously not doing them. But you will do a much better job than myself. So what will happen is Nick and I will judge this. So Nick's gonna give me a hand signal on who he thinks has the better impression. The best impression gets a point, and the winner of this game gets a special prize. This roll of toilet paper.
Oh my gosh, it's actually
Wow.
really nice.
Yeah, just like the ancient Egyptians, you'll be able to wrap yourself in this baby in style for when you're dead.
Is there writing on that roll of toilet
Yeah,
paper? Tom?
and that's exactly what makes this special. Because I don't want you to die with your regrets. I don't want you to have regrets when you die. So these are my regrets written on this roll of toilet paper. So I spent time writing all the regrets that came to mind
Oh my god.
on this roll of toilet paper.
You have a whole roll of toilet paper of regrets.
Yeah, well, it's half a roll. I didn't want to waste that much paper. But yeah, it's a toilet paper of my regrets. And when you die, you can wrap them in yourself. So you're kind of guilt-free with someone. Yeah.
I love that.
This is a big get.
It's actually
It's-
really courteous of
It's a big get, and there's some juicy things in here. So you all ready? You understand the premise of this?
Yeah.
you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So who wants to go first? I'm going to give you each one. We'll start with Bennett, then Liam, and then we'll go. Then the second one will be Liam and Bennett. We'll do like a little thing.
Okay, so when you said who wants to go first,
Yeah.
you meant me.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm taking the choice out of your head because last time was a choose your adventure. This time is
You choose adventure.
I choose. Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
The first one is Napoleon Bonaparte at a dinner party.
And I said you have to hit them from the both sides. The attack has to be from the both flanks.
Ooh, that could be about a battle or also about sex. Liam?
Classic Bonaparte.
The food, it tastes very good. I enjoy tasting all of the food you have prepared for me here, and thank you very much. I am Napoleon, and I am a very short man.
Oh, that sounded a little
Uncanny.
It sounded like Muppet Napoleon. Okay, Nick, point out who you think did better. I'm gonna agree with you, Liam. You get the first point.
100%. 100%. No shame there.
All right, so you're gonna start with this one, and this is Aristotle going on a hike.
Good God. Oh. Fuck. Ugh. This is so steep. Oh my god. I invented math.
I like how your characters at the end of whatever's going on, they say what their life accomplished.
What they're like
He
known
invented
for.
math, I think.
Not even a little.
Oh,
But
like triangles or something? I don't know.
I mean, Aristotle
Geometry?
could think that. All right, Bennett, let's see what you have.
Plato, I do say, this mountain is a terrible thing for us to climb. What is Mount Olympus? Sophists are fools.
Okay, that was a little adding another historical character into this, making it a little bit Greek. Who do you think, Nick? Nick went with Liam. I'm gonna go with Bennett on this one. That means it's a tie, and your tiebreaker is Mary Todd Lincoln riding a horse. And we'll start with Bennett.
She fell.
Okay, she didn't say a single thing, but that was a horse. That was a good horse, Bennett. Liam, this is kind of yours to lose.
Oh, god damn it, this horse. Clop, clop, you little bitch. I've been going strong for 3 hours now, and it hurts. But we're almost there, Abraham.
Wow. I feel like I'm in that carriage. Nick, who do you think it was? Liam. Obviously. Liam said things. Bennett, I'm sorry. You didn't win that one.
She was a quiet woman.
She... I don't know. I'm going to continue the game with 2 points with Liam, 0 for Bennett. Liam, next impression is Mary Todd Lincoln with a gun.
Hey, Abe. Look at this. Look. I bought a fucking gun.
Bennett?
Abe, stop wearing the hat. Abe, I swear to fucking God, stop wearing the hat. Abe, take the fucking hat off now. Take the fucking hat off, you piece of shit.
Whoa, they're very different. One is a lot more angry. The other one is scared that they bought a gun. Nick, who do you think is more Mary Todd? The angry yelling at it. I would give that point to Bennett. Benny, you have a
You didn't
point.
even mention a gun.
It was implied. It was an understood
All
gun.
right.
Yeah.
fair
You don't always have to say, I have a gun.
All right,
when you
next
have a
one
gun.
is Mark Twain at an aquarium.
What? That there whale ain't no steamboat. How in the tarnation is it gonna get anywhere? Oh man, this ain't no Missouri.
Liam?
Fuck the horse.
At the aquarium.
Yeah.
Nick, who do you think? Bennett's was
I'm only gonna let Liam get away with so many of just ridiculous concepts.
all right. So it's a
Probably something you would say. He was a pretty funny guy.
out of the aquarium, though. I got the Mark Twain. I didn't get the aquarium.
Okay.
Actually, that's fair. Can I change my vote to Liam?
Are you fucking kidding me right
No,
now?
it's already locked in. We're at a tie. Next is Queen Victoria buying a used car.
Look at my car.
Bennett?
Well, the whole steering wheel's on the left side, but I suppose it's only got 32,000 nautical miles.
Nick? It's Liam. I mean, the laugh was uncanny. I mean, it's exactly what you want.
You got exactly what you expect, honestly.
All right. So we're at 3-2. You got the last one.
Oh man, it's my last chance.
Mary Todd Lincoln brushing her teeth. We'll go with Bennett first.
Abe, I spit on the floor.
Yikes. Liam.
Oh, fuck. I haven't brushed my teeth in so fucking long. Ugh, my gums are bleeding. I don't know where to spit all this shit. Abraham, where the fuck should I spit? Ugh.
Liam, you get the point.
Thank you.
Also, was it a tie before? I don't know.
No, it's 2-4, Liam.
Oh yeah, 2-4, Liam. You know what? Let's do one last one.
I don't want your pity, John.
One last one, take it or leave it. Is that fair?
Okay.
It's not. But
I just
okay.
want the roll of regrets, but okay.
All right. I just think we can go off with a bang. Mary Todd Lincoln ghostwriting The Whip. Liam, go first.
Oh, shit. Here we go again, bitch. Fire up the old engine. Vroom, vroom.
That was incredible. Bennett?
I got a job for you, gonna tell you the truth. It's a simple job for you, Mr. John Wilkes Booth. My husband's a sucker, a real total bitch. You give him one shot and that'll clean up this sitch.
That was impressive, actually. I love both of them, Nick. I'll let you decide. All right, Liam wins this game of Moaning Mummies. I don't think I said the name of it. Moaning Mummies. Here you go. Here's the toilet paper with a lot of my regrets.
Is this just for
on
me
it.
or should I read these?
No,
I think it's just for you. If not, then I feel like I won it too.
Okay.
I think it's just for you. It's just for you.
Wait. Can I read the first one and just ask you about it?
Yeah.
Buying a duck when I was 12?
Yeah, I made my parents buy me a duck.
I didn't even know that was a pet you could have.
When you live in Hamul, California, you can have almost anything.
Or Benicia, California. I actually had 3 ducks. I mean, that's not a competition. But.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason why I regret it is because we bought the ducks, and then 2 years later, my dad let them loose at like a lake, and you're not allowed to do it. I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that, but you're not allowed to release captive animals, and this is a really sad story. And then the ducks didn't take to the lake, and they just hung out in the parking lot. We came back a couple times.
So that's a real regret you have.
It's a real regret. But one day they...
The next regret on here is letting my dad release aforementioned ducks. Oh, wow. That's pretty great.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things in there. Some personal things too. So use it wisely.
We'll put some of them on the Facebook or the Instagram page.
All right, that was it. That was my little segment.
Thank you, John. I believe we learned a little bit of something about everyone in that segment. Bennett thinks he's smart. Liam cannot do an action without describing literally the action. And John thinks that the primary influence for Mario is Leonardo da Vinci.
It's me, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, it's uncanny. I didn't know that, so I truly learned something new in this. Thank you, John.
No problem.
Before moving on to our next contestant segment, we're going to munch on a quick little palate cleanser that I like to call 5 Fun Facts. We're going to take a moment in our show to spread a little truth and knowledge to our viewers about the topics of this week. So diving right into the wild world of mummies. Number 1, fun fact number 1. A mummy's wrappings consisted of hundreds of yards of linen, layered with antifungal and antimicrobial resins and saps in between to secure and prevent decomposition.
Really ahead of their time on that one, huh?
Yeah, they really were.
I wonder how many test trials they had.
I was literally about to say, how long did it take them to figure that out? What was the first try at a mummy like?
And how would they check and see if it had worked?
Well, so kind of going off of this idea of trial and error and individual techniques, apparently embalming was such a booming trade in ancient Egypt that they actually had trade unions to protect their personal style of embalming.
Oh my God.
Like individual embalmers.
That's kind of crazy.
My intention going into 5 fun facts was to be funny and lighthearted, but I actually ended up getting just really into mummies.
That's okay. That's
okay.
Yeah, let's just hit them hard, man. What else you got, Nick?
Okay, so fun fact number 2, part of the mummifying process was removing the brain from the mummy. A practice so commonplace that it had a one-word name, excerebration. The process involved liquefying the brain with a stick and pulling it out through the nose.
Didn't they put it like in a jar? Like put it separately?
Great question, John. They actually put it in something called a canopic jar, which that was part of the process where they would like remove the organs and they'd either be left in the jars or they would be put back in the body after the embalming process.
Oh. Would you all rather have it completely removed, or would you rather have that jelly in there?
No, it seems like the whole purpose of being mummified, right, is keeping it all together.
See, I want it out and I want it in jars, like on shelves in my tomb. You know, like
like
hanging
with
out.
the hope that you'll be able to be brought back to life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're just like, hey, I was there. That's me too. I'm everywhere, bitch.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't have your heart, you're not a person.
Your heart stays in. That's your mummy fact that I do know.
Yeah, actually, thank you, Bennett, for the awesome segue to fun fact number 3. All organs removed are removed at least temporarily during the mummifying process, with the exception of the heart. They believe the heart had to be the center of a person's being and intelligence, which is kind of ironic based on what they just did with the brain.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
you know,
I
live and
agree.
learn.
I teed that up, and I teed it from the heart. That's you're not people without your heart.
I don't disagree.
True fact. Good job. And according to Egyptians, at least.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great circle of validation amongst friends. Taking us, I had no other response to that.
No, it's okay.
Moving.
I really derailed that from any conversation. I'm derailing it right now.
Yeah, you're really good at this, John. Have you like searched into a career related to this? Because I think you'd do good.
Of getting trains off their tracks.
I meant in a more figurative sense, but yeah, literally. I mean, I don't think that doesn't sound like an up to snuff occupation, but I'm sure you could find work.
I have weak hands.
All right, moving forward.
Oh, we
to-
can't.
Weak hands, yeah. Moving forward to fun fact number 4. Actually, I already kind of touched on this one because it was such a good segue earlier. But embalming was a booming profession. Ancient Egyptian embalmers formed their own trade unions, and for the lack of a better term, patented their own embalming techniques. But we already discussed that one. I just wanted to say it officially. Moving on to fun fact number 5, and by far the most interesting one on this list. In the year 1999, with Y2K just around the corner, the world was forever changed when action star and sex icon Brendan Fraser took to the silver screen in the action horror film The Mummy.
What's up with that guy? Where's he at?
I don't care about any of that. I only care about the mummy ride at Universal Studios and the fact that they spray air at your feet and it feels like there's bugs running around there and it scares the shit out of me.
I've never seen the movie. Been on the ride.
The movie, actually, I fucking love that movie. It is like a early childhood favorite. Like, it's on par with Indiana Jones for me, which I feel ridiculous saying, but like, I loved that movie as a kid. It was a movie I was never allowed to watch. So it'd be like my family and I were like traveling and we were at like a hotel and like they would like go out, I don't know, do adult things, drink. I have no idea. And I would just be watching TV and that sounds very sad. We can move on. This sounds very sad.
It
wasn't
wouldn't
sad.
leave
It was
you
fine.
alone
It
in the
was fine.
hotel
Hey,
room.
Liam, let's move to your segment. Let's go on to your segment. Liam, take it away with your segment.
Okay, so it's a script. John, you will be playing John, and Bennett, you'll be playing Sarah.
Oh, cool.
Wait, so this is just a little script you wrote?
This is a little script I wrote based off of our event this week. Also, for those who maybe didn't read the article, first off, pause and go read that, then come back to what we're doing.
Wait, they have no way to like look at it. We don't
Google
post the
it.
article anyway.
So, yeah, figure it out. John Schofield was one of the archaeologists on this. So, John, even though he has the same name as John Schofield, he will be playing John Schofield, not John Chapman. Okay.
Oh, so this is a script based on one of the archaeologists.
Yes. Okay.
And this is something that happened to him?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just trying
Something that probably happened.
Obviously.
I would maybe call it fan fiction.
fan fiction for
Fan fiction for one of the archaeologists that found.
Okay,
that did
that's
this.
fair.
Okay. Interior, York townhome, night. Sarah Schofield, a woman in her early 40s, sits alone in her living room. She stares aimlessly into the dim lamp perched on the coffee table next to her. How has it come to this? She takes a sip of scotch and lets out a long sigh. Just then, we hear the front door open and footsteps enter. John Schofield, professor of archaeology at the University of York, enters the room.
Honey, you're still up?
It's 2 a.m.
Exactly. Why aren't you in bed?
Sarah scoffs at him. She takes out a pack of cigarettes, lights one up, and takes a long drag.
Hey, what are you doing?
Where the fuck have you been?
This is when you care. I've bloodied well been.
Zip your lips, bitch, and sit the fuck down.
John reluctantly takes a seat on the couch.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, love.
Save it for the fish.
Things at the office have just been crazy lately, love.
You and that fucking mummy.
Baby.
Shut up.
Baby.
Don't baby me.
Baby.
What?
John lets out a soft laugh and gently holds Sarah's hand.
The mummy gots to talk, baby.
And what the fuck is that, John?
Because, baby, that's what the mummy wanted.
No one cares what the mummy wanted.
You take that back. Bitch.
What did you just call me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know who would never call me a bitch?
Please don't say his name.
Chuck Baldwin.
Please.
Chuck Baldwin.
Why?
Chuck Baldwin would never call me a bitch, John.
I can't believe you cheated on him with me.
You shouldn't be mad that I fucked
Wait.
him. Say it again.
I can't believe you cheated on me with him.
You shouldn't be mad that I fucked him. You should be mad that I had a laugh with him.
Do you love him?
No, but he didn't hate me. You hate me. All you love is your mummy.
You hated me.
You stopped having sex with me.
There was so much I could have done. I was an archaeologist in my 20s who came from nothing and was suddenly on this cover of fucking Archaeologist Digest. I was hot shit and I wanted to fuck everybody, and I didn't. And I loved you and I didn't want to lose you. And I was in my prime and I didn't want to lose that too. That's why I fucked the mummy. I fucked the mummy, sure. But there was so much I didn't.
I can't believe I have to know you forever.
John punches the wall.
Hey, this is Liam. I'm actually editing this podcast right now. Not the strongest bit, for sure not the strongest bit, but as part of my bit, I had John sing "All of Being Alive" by Stephen Sondheim, and yeah, so that's about the next 5.5 minutes of this podcast. So if you just want to go ahead and skip ahead past that, you can. Or if you want to listen to it, he doesn't know any of the words, but he really tries his hardest. So keep playing if you want to listen, or just skip ahead like 5 minutes if you don't.
Someone to hold you too close. Someone to hurt you too deep. Someone sit in you a chair to ruin your sleep. That's true, but there's more than that. Is that all you think there is to it? You've got so many reasons for not being with someone, but Robert, you haven't got one good reason for being alone. Come on, you're on to something, Bobby. You're on to something. Someone to leave you too much. Someone to know you too well. Someone to put you through the hell. You're not even kidding, Robert. I don't think you'll ever be a kid again. Hey, buddy, don't be afraid of open coffins. The only thing for you to be afraid of is won't be. Don't stop now. Keep going. Someone to have to lack in. Someone you ceiling spell. Someone who knows you not. Who to share a lot. Robert, how do you know so much about it? You've never been there. It's much better living at it than looking at it, Robert. Yeah, add 'em up, Bob. Add 'em up, Bobby. Someone to cry you to love. Someone to force you to care. Someone to make you complete. Love was be there. Some to you. And pay up the life. Be alive. Be alive. Be alive. Blow out the candles, Robert, and make a wish. Wanting something. Want is something. Someone to who's me close. Someone to me too deep. Somebody to their chair under my sleep and learning aware and being alive. Being alive. Somebody to me too much. Somebody who's me too much. Somebody told me up short to make my hell and make it somebody some beings alive. Maybe alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Confused. With his friends. Love me the you. Love me be with J's. Love all night. Inside the yeah, but at me. Some to me alive. Somebody to somebody to let me through to be there. So you it's provide of being alive. Being alive. Being alive.
Wow. Yeah. That was Liam's segment. It happened. Up next, we have our second palate cleanser activity. Sorry, I need a minute to amp up. Whew, my energy. I was sitting here sweating secondhand. Whew, all right.
I put everything I had into that.
Yeah, you could honestly,
tell,
John, that was amazing. That was well done, John. You did something that I didn't know you could.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. All right. So up next, we have our second palate cleanser of the night. We have a game called Talk Like an Egyptian. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yikes, this is going to be problematic. But I promise you it begins and ends with the name. I could not resist some good old-fashioned wordplay, and I had to pay homage to everyone's favorite problematic cultural appropriation song, Walk Like an Egyptian. Thanks again to the Bengals for that masterpiece. But back to the game at hand. In Talk Like an Egyptian, I will be giving our three contestants 5 riddles, much like the Sphinx did to our boy Oedipus, right, John? John loves Oedipus. Digression aside, they have 2 possibilities to earn themselves a point when confronted with a riddle. They can A, give the correct answer, earning themselves 5 points, or they can B, boldly assert what they think the right answer should be to the riddle and justify it to a minor extent. So, and they can do that to earn themselves 2 points. The later option is obviously very subjective, so I'm awarding points to, based on their style, boldness, and just general entertainment value. So, surprise me. At the end of Talk Like an Egyptian, the contestants with the most points wins the game, and the game is simply for fun unless there's a tie, in which case the points awarded in this game will be used as a tiebreaker, which we really might need tonight. Contestants, are you ready?
You got it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in.
All right. So with that, we're going to go with the classic riddle. The classic riddle. What is that which in the morning goeth upon 4 feet, upon 2 feet in the afternoon, and in the evening upon 3?
A man.
Yeah, that's the answer. There's man.
I'll guess man.
Yeah, you're correct. Okay, cool. Now that we're all warmed up,
You'll guess man.
now that we're all warmed up, let's move to riddle number 2.
Question. Is this
Yeah.
a speed, or is it like if someone says an answer and I think it's right, I can join them and write it right?
Oh,
answer?
you got to be quick on it.
Gotcha.
Definitely quick on it. And for here, I mean, you feel free to all put the
Wait,
same
everyone
answer.
said man, so that was a warm up.
That was a warm up. I mean, that was come on. Everyone knows that riddle, the Sphinx and the Oedipus. John, you love Oedipus. We went over this.
I find it compelling.
All righty. So riddle number 2. What belongs to you but other people use more than you?
Your name.
Fuck.
Give me your initial response, John. What were
I
you
don't know what to
thinking?
do because a name is a great answer, but Bennett said it first, so I don't. I guess
Name. All right.
And that would be my guess. I mean, that's the answer to the riddle.
Yeah, okay, you're correct. Fine. I'm realizing I have flaws in this game's design. So let me put it this way. For the last 3 questions, Bennett can't answer first.
Okay, that's good.
Damn, I hate this fucking podcast.
All right, riddle number 3. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Liam, hurry. Give me it.
Wait,
The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? If you don't know, just give me a guess and justify it.
hand towel.
And how? Elaborate.
Oh. No, I think no.
Nope, you said it. Hand towel.
Yeah.
Tell me why you said hand towel. The more you take, the more you leave
Because
behind.
when
What
you're
am I? A
because when
hand
you're-
towel.
Because when you're wiping your hands, you leave stuff behind on it.
All right, very good. John?
I'm gonna go with cars.
Cars? Elaborate.
Every time you buy a car, you're gonna have to leave behind one day, and it's a never-ending cycle of buying cars and leaving cars. And sometimes people have more cars, so you buy 3 cars, and you end up leaving 3 cars. It's pretty reciprocal. Right?
Okay, actually, pretty decent answer. But Bennett, how about you hit us with the actual answer?
I actually don't know the real answer to this riddle.
Oh, wow. All right.
Real presumptuous.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say time. The more you take a lot of if you take your time, then you're leaving time unspent.
Also, a great answer. Liam, you have a lot to live up to with these two. The correct answer is actually footprints.
Oh.
Okay.
Footprints. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? And of course, we all know riddles have a single objective answer. Taking us to riddle number
I thought cars. was-
4. No, Cars was very good. Hand towels is all right.
Thank you. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, man. You were actually just the look on your face when I slided your response. You looked pained, so I'm sorry.
I don't think that was that bad of a response.
No, like it was it was a response.
But in the
Bah.
cars.
All right, thank you for that, John. Keeping us grounded in the subject of the evening.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take out the train tracks.
All right, speaking of trains, or maybe not, riddle number 4. My life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured. Thin, I am quick. Fat, I am slow. Wind is my foe. What am I? John, give it to me.
Can you repeat it?
My life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured. Thin, I am quick. Fat, I am slow. Wind is my foe. What am I?
That's pretty easy. It is slugs.
Elaborate. Tell me how the answer to that riddle is slugs.
Well, a fatter slug will move slower, and a smaller, skinnier slug will move faster because there's less of the slug to move. The one purpose slugs serve in the animal kingdom is to feed birds, small chipmunks, little terriers. Those are dogs, and their lifespan could be measured in the amount of hours they live.
Damn, that's actually a really good. I mean, it's not the answer, but like you made a great argument. Thank you for that, John.
No problem.
Liam.
I was going to guess hornets.
Yeah, hit me with it. Why hornets?
Because wind is their foe.
Yeah, I didn't mention that. I mean, slugs stay on the floor so they can avoid the wind.
That's probably the loophole in why you didn't get it correct, John. You forgot to
Is
factor
it
in the wind
hornets?
factor. No, it's not. No. Well, how do hornets relate
Wait,
to?
hornets. The wind is the hornet's ally.
Hornets don't live that long, so hours, and wind is their foe.
Wind is their ally. Wind carries them from destination. to
I
destination.
would say it's their foe.
Do you think is water a boat's foe?
That's not how it's not like a sail. It's not like a sail they have. They have to fly around. They have to fight against the wind.
Wind carries them.
That's no. Their wings carry
Have
them.
you ever been on a lazy river? Essentially, a wind current is the river, and the tube is a hornet.
That's not accurate at all.
It's Bennett. Back me up.
I'm sorry, John. I truly wasn't listening, so I'm really hung up on the devour part because that's really got me stumped. But other than that,
Yeah, Bennett. What do you think the answer is?
I think it's snow.
Snow. My life can be measured in hours. I serve by being devoured.
So like that I thought of snow cones, but
Oh, okay. Thin. I'm quick.
it melts when you like if you have like a thinner amount of snow, it melts
Okay.
quicker, and then
Bad. I'm
fat,
slow.
fat, I'm slow, it melts
Wind is
slower.
my foe.
Wind is my foe. It blows the snow around and blows it off of things.
Okay. What am I?
Snow, because it rhymes at the end there if you do it. Because like fast and slow.
yeah, that
What am
would
I-
have
what
been
am I,
good. That
snow?
would have been
And so
good.
it flowed to me, which seems like a thing riddles do. I know it's not the right answer because it's not quite right, but I'm
Yeah.
excited.
That was very good. Honestly, two of you had a great answer to this.
Why are you looking at me or are you looking at John? Because John guessed slugs.
Yeah, and he justified how it related to everything except
How the
wind.
fuck did I not justify it?
You
Hornets?
you just said wind. You just mentioned all you focused
Did you
on
not
in the
hear
riddle
what
was
he said
wind
about
is
the
my
lazy
foe.
river and all that bullshit?
Oh yeah, no, it was bad. I kind of toned out his analogy. John shouldn't make analogies.
I make great analogies.
What's the answer?
Oh yeah, thank you, Bennett. The answer is a candle. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
Not even close to
Came up with
snow.
that one myself.
It's the opposite of snow, really.
Candles is the opposite of snow.
You heard it first
I
here.
believe in it. I support it. Let's make t-shirts.
So I would make up some BS like this is a tiebreaker, but Bennett is winning astronomically right now.
Because you got two.
I'm really good at these like inside games, but not good at the podcast as a whole. Is what I'm getting at.
And so I just for fun, I'm going to give you this last riddle. What do you call 4 white guys in a room? John?
Podcast.
Yeah, okay, Liam, congratulations. Liam's finally got one correct. A podcast. That was Talk Like an Egyptian. Pressing forward, we have Bennett's segment. Bennett, take it away.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great American Mummy Contest. Woo!
Oh my god.
All right, and I know that people don't like rules, so to keep things short and to keep in the spirit of mummies, everyone is going to salt the top of their hand, and then we're going to put an ice cube on top of it.
Oh.
That melts the ice and it makes it very, very cold, and it hurts like hell. But all 3 of us are going to do it to make me be quick about the rules and get us moving.
Okay.
So we're going to salt first. Stand by. Salt there. And?
So this intensifies the coldness?
Yeah, because the salt lowers the melting point.
Of,
The salt, it lowers the melting point? Yeah,
it lowers the melting point because it's like a little, like a couple, like there's more molecules going on other than just straight up H2. I don't know. This is something I learned in chemistry.
Yeah, me too. But eventually we don't remember, and we just remember, ow, it hurts, and it's a dumb thing you can do with your friends.
Wait, why are we doing this
Can you get that?
challenge?
Well, this is just to keep me quick about the explanation so we don't spend too much time on it. All right. In the spirit of this being a cheap podcast that we do in our living room, for those who don't know, the 4 of us live together.
I lost my
Forget the ice, John. And in spirit of old trial by fire, that which, for those of you who don't know, originally had us taking items that were important to us and burning them. As very opposite to the way that mummies took items that were important to them and had them buried in their tombs with them. So, being in our own homes, Liam, because you're behind the table, and John, because your room is upstairs, you'll have an equal amount of time, being 90 seconds. You have 90 seconds to go to your rooms and gather as many articles that you would consider emotionally valuable to you to be burned in a trial by fire episode.
Wait, we're burning them?
No, you're just bringing them down and
Do
we're
I
going
have
to
to take
discuss
the
them.
ice with me? Wait.
Yes, you do. Take the ice.
Things that we would burn. Why is there ice on us? What is going on?
Go!
Oh my god.
Nick, on the time.
Yep, we are counting down. Currently, you said 5, correct?
90 seconds.
90 seconds? Oh, that's even better.
So, for a little more clarification to our viewers, we in the original versions of Trial by Fire, which I believe are still on our Spotify, as of now, it had us, instead of doing a punishment, inconvenience, or trial at the end, it was to burn an item of emotional significance to us. We brought in things like Costco cards, memberships to our Scotland performances, gifts from family members, all things that were replaceable, but we didn't want to lose. And so we decided that was wasteful and would end up with us, getting rid of too many things that we cared about. So we just punish ourselves instead with things like Climax and Blooming Onions. So, Nick, how are we doing on time?
All right, we have another 45 seconds, Bennett. Keep killing it.
Thank you so much. So I do need to point out, my wrist is killing me now. I dropped my ice.
Yeah, so this episode of Trial by Fire is a great example of how planning doesn't always align with execution on all fronts. What did we hear today? We heard me not know how to run a riddle game. We heard John sing 5 minutes of a song that I believe he heard for the first time.
Oh, I think he's heard. It's a song that Adam Driver sings in A Marriage Story, so he's heard that at least.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie yet. That's so funny. For some reason, he sounded exactly like Lin-Manuel Miranda to me.
And real quick, a time update, Nick. Are we getting closer? Because Liam's returning back to the table.
We are just on time. Johnny, get back down here.
My ice melted.
I'm sure it melted all the way. I guess I'm the only one who kept the ice on, which hurts like hell. So thank you for that. I did. I truly did. All right, but now both of our contestants have returned to the table.
We were supposed to grab one item or 6.
I got multiple items.
I said as many as you can get. So good job on everyone getting a drink. But first of all, let's count them off. So how many items do you have, Liam?
I have 3.
You have 3, and John, you have 6.
Oh no, I have 1. This has a lot of items in it. 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God, John.
I have 9 items.
Okay, so that actually is nice. So then you can, so it's divisible by 3. So you can each kind of go in your segments of it.
Okay.
I have
So
10.
just like, okay, it's not nice. Never mind, it's ruined. But mentally in your head, just take a moment and put them in order for like what you're in. Like we used to say, bring in good items for episodes where you're confident in your segments, and bring in bad items when you're less confident in your segment. So decide which ones you would bring in for your less than stellar segments, and which ones you would bring in for your killer segments, the ones that would really blow everyone's socks off.
Okay.
Just kind of do that in your head. And so we're gonna go through. John, let's talk about your first 3 items then quickly here.
So these are the least important and most important.
Let's talk through your 3 least important items. One you'd be most willing to throw into a pit of fire.
Oh, cool. First one is this picture of my family.
And that's your most willing to throw into a pit of fire.
Well, yeah.
Like how much of your family here?
Actually, no, wait.
There's a hairbrush.
I have
There's a
a
goddamn hairbrush that's below your
Yeah, no, no.
family.
The family is definitely in the bottom 3 because this picture is. I have multiple copies of it, and this frame is cheap, so I can just get a better frame. I'm meaning to get a better frame, anyways, and I have multiple copies of it, so I guess it's not even that good of an item. The second thing is this brush. I use it to comb my hair. It's a sexy. Just got it at a time where I really needed it.
I actually remember, I was there. That was a really great
And
brush.
I love this brush, and it brings me a lot of happy memories because I've taken it to a lot of happy memories. And then my third item would be this book.
The UCB Improv Manual.
Yeah, it was given to me by Haley Ray Rose from Improv in college.
Shout out.
And it reminds me of her, and also reminds me of improv. And I could probably just buy another version of it. But I guess burning books isn't that great.
So to clarify, so that's 7 out of 9. That's on your lower tier.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I would say it's 6. I don't know how many. I have a lot of items. I didn't understand the point of this game. Okay.
But you did a great job, John.
Thank you.
Shout out. Good job. Way to hustle.
I'm just going to have to put all the shit back. And there's so many different spots I got it from. Okay.
So Liam, let's slide over to your lowest tier item.
This was more panic mode. I got a left shoe.
Do you have a left Converse? It appears there.
Converse.
Is it a Converse when it is a singular?
You know what? You're right.
It's a Converse. It is one Converse.
Yeah, Converse is the brand.
Okay, but I understand. And so, I not to like talk about like money and value upon things, but like that's like more or less makes the other shoe useless. And so it's kind of like you're
I
throwing...
mean, if you view it as a shoe that you wear, sure.
Do you not wear that shoe?
I do wear it, yeah. That's one purpose that it serves.
What other purposes does this shoe serve? And also, I want you to clarify how this is an item of emotional significance to you, i.e. a trial by fire item.
Well, like I said at the beginning, I panicked. This is not a clean shoe by any means. Looking at it, if I needed to skateboard, this could be on the skateboard. The other one could be pushing.
Okay, Liam, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to tell you that so far I'm not convinced that this is a good trial by fire item. And if I had been in the room with you when you brought this in last time, I would have been very disappointed in the segment that you brought and would have been seriously upset with your lack of commitment. We'll get back to you, Liam. John, let's talk about your next 3 items.
Okay. Next is going to be this knife. It's a large knife.
It is a large knife, about a foot.
It's signed by Bear Grylls.
You have a signed knife by Bear Grylls?
No, I don't think it's signed. I mean, I think the packaging is like his signature. It's a Bear Grylls official knife.
Okay. I don't know how well that would burn.
Yeah. I don't even know. I just grabbed it. I got it as a graduation gift from high school from a family friend, and I don't see them that much, and so I think about him, and I don't even have a use for it.
Seems like a nice knife.
I don't like that you have that in this house.
I'm not going to use it.
He did. It's on his list of things he's willing to burn, so I wouldn't be too worried about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next thing would be this jar of teeth.
You're gonna have to go just a little more in depth here, John.
They're a jar of shark teeth.
Shark. Gotcha.
One time I went to Florida with my family and we found these shark teeth.
And would you be comfortable burning them?
Yeah, they're made of what is it? I don't think they'll burn either.
Man, you're really kind of dodging this whole burning thing.
How was the trip to Florida? What'd you guys do while you were there?
It was like a family. Like my dad's whole family came. I forgot. I was a child, but I remember these teeth, and I remember making a sandcastle, and I remember seeing an alligator on a hike, or crocodile, whatever one exists there.
And John, let's hit us with that third item of this little grouping.
I actually have. Oh yeah, the third item would be this
Another picture.
It's a picture of my dad and me and it's I was a little baby, and a baby like 4 years old.
So the picture of you and your father is more valuable than that of your entire family.
Yeah, I don't think there's other copies of this one, and this is a nice frame.
So nice photo.
It's a cute photo.
You're right. This is a great item.
At this point, no. Okay, maybe I just realized something else that wouldn't burn, but it's to me more emotionally valuable. It's this golden giraffe.
There's a golden giraffe. Yeah, it wouldn't burn.
But I'm not even going to explain how important it is to me.
Wow, damn important, John.
And then I would be this photo of my dad and I.
Okay. That is a really great frame.
It's a great frame, sweet photo.
Frame, yeah.
It's really nice of you, John, and I'm sad to hear that you're willing to destroy it for comedy. Liam, you're up with your second item.
I misunderstood the rules. I thought this would be like if we woke up in a tomb.
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I have a toolkit as my second.
Oh, so you're going for the utility factor of having when you wake up and like assuming you come out of this tomb that you will need tools.
Exactly. This is a 116 piece home repair tool set. Got a lot of good stuff in here. We got pliers, we got hammers, every nut and bolt you could possibly need. There's wrenches. There's screwdrivers, small screwdrivers, Phillips head screwdrivers, flathead screwdrivers.
It looks like a great tool set. My only qualm so far is that it isn't a plastic.
Did I mention there's a hammer in here?
You did. I really appreciate that a lot.
And there's pliers too.
You did.
And a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay.
It's in a plastic case.
Yeah.
And if we threw that in a fire, it'd be very non-environmentally friendly, and we're not about that on Trial by Fire. And so I don't know if I could really say that that's okay with me.
What about shark teeth?
I'm sorry, Liam. Don't try to pin this on somebody else. That's not a defense.
Shark teeth come from the earth, brah.
Thank you, John.
So does plastic.
Liam, you were really coming around for me, but then you threw it right back away. So we're going back to you, John, for your last three items.
I only have two more because I did four in the last one.
That's true.
To be honest, I grabbed this box and I thought something was in it, and it wasn't the thing I thought was in it. So it's just this nice little box, and inside is a like old-fashioned stamp.
Oh,
with a snake on it.
Is that like valuable?
Wait, are you a big stamp guy? Because you got some stamps in the mail today too.
Yeah, they were dinosaur stamps.
Wait, that looks the nicest thing that you've held up so far, like value
Yeah,
wise.
this is probably really valuable. I don't even know why I have it or where I got it from. Oh, this ink has never been opened before.
Wait, so that's like a seal? Like you?
Well, you just
It's like a
open the
wax
seal on
seal.
that like wax. That's like a wax seal for like letters.
Wait, I wouldn't. Wait, I would stop playing around with this because that might be worth some money.
Well, I already fucked it up.
Do you know where you got that?
It was just in my.
Hey,
I have like
John, can you do us all a favor and not use more of your stamp here? You're supposed to put it over a fire to get like the wax hot and melt it.
Dude, that does not look inexpensive.
No, it does not.
I don't think you know what you're.
Please don't burn. Please don't burn that in a trial by fire that we're not burning things in. But talking about your last item, John, before you use more of your stamp.
really nice. Gosh, it's a really cool stamp. My last item is another picture. It is of when.
Fuck! I should have brought this.
It's when we did this thing called company retreat, and everyone was in this did a leap of faith and came to this ghost town in the Mojave Desert. And that's a picture at the end of it. And our good friend Riley Akari made a frame, like he did woodsmanship and made a personal frame. And I would only put it on the line if I knew I was going to win. Also, I probably wouldn't put it on the line.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. And shameless plug for Company Retreat. We're just starting to release episodes now. Take a look for it on JC Bam's YouTube channel. Very shameless plug. We worked really hard on it, and we trusted all of our friends came out on complete blind faith and made something really beautiful. So check it out. And Liam, what is your final item here? Because this is the one that intrigued me walking into the room. Wow.
It's a Ron Burgundy doll.
It's an Anchorman 2 Ron Burgundy collector's
it's
item.
Anchorman too.
Yeah,
It's an Anchorman 2 Ron Burgundy custom tailored suit.
exactly.
Action figure.
He also has a billy club
Like,
that he can strike people with. It's a pretty big deal in my life.
well,
Anchorman 2 is a pretty big deal in your life.
Liam,
Anchorman 2 is a pretty big deal in my life, and
Liam, you brought it back.
thank you.
Liam, you had me on the ropes with your first two, but damn it, you brought it back. With the quality over the quantity, I think I'm going to have to...
Look at the detail on the suit, too.
Wait,
It's
you
really
think
nice.
that's more important than this?
No.
frame?
I'm not saying importance. I'm saying in proper trial by fire items. In the spirit of what that was about.
That's just
Old
fucked up that
trial
you
by
would even
fire.
bring that.
Yeah, I'm insulted. I still have my frame. Liam still has his. I'm
And I still
horribly
have mine,
insulted.
and I would only do it if I knew I was going to win.
Well, that's not what I saw today. But that is America's Greatest Mummy Contest. Liam, congratulations. You are America's greatest mummy.
Thank you, dude.
He won both things today.
Alrighty, thank you for that segment, Bennett. And that more or less wraps up our episode of Trial by Fire for tonight, except the last thing that we need to do is determine the winner and determine our losers. So, per usual for this episode, I'm using the NICK 4-part evaluation metric, where it really did not pan out for y'all tonight. Where tonight, N stands for niceness. Was your segment pleasant, uplifting, or heartwarming?
What?
That's a big nope.
I stood for idiocy. Was your segment unbelievably dim-witted, the product of stupidity?
Oh, no.
We have universal 5s for that one.
Yeah.
C stood for catchy. Was your segment engaging and contagious? That's really what it's coming down to tonight, because we had a universal 1s for niceness and universal 5s for idiocy. And then K, our singular binary scale. 1 you are, 0 you are not. K stands for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. So, based off of that, with Nick's scores of 1, 5, 3, and 0, the highest scores of the night, we have Bennett McKay as this week's winner of Trial by Fire.
Damn right, taking it home. Who was saying 0-3? Your asses. I'll take that 1 in nicest and kiss my ass. God damn.
Just a bad judgment.
It's just.
Fuck
I
off,
might
Liam.
agree on that.
Hey, it's
What
not.
the fuck is this? Liam won the first round literally off of you and
I know,
me being
I'm
funny.
Joking, I'm joking.
I mean, honestly, I completely agree with you too. It
You
was
guys
just,
were so funny.
it was just like not a good lineup of criteria for you two tonight. It just really played out for Bennett.
This is like the most like, yeah, the winner didn't deserve it we've ever been, and I really don't appreciate that.
I mean, I didn't put it, but I could not have put it better, Bennett. Like,
No,
thank
Bennett-
you for
Ben, I
saying
thought you
that.
did a great job.
Yeah, Bennett, you did a great job.
Yeah, I'm also the only one who kept the ice on my hand because y'all just like took off.
That was also
told us
your
to ru-
idea.
I had to run upstairs.
So congratulations once again to Bennett McKay with his first trial by fire win, and commiserates to John and Liam for with every victory comes defeat.
Congratulations, Bennett.
Congratulations, Bennett. I have a feeling that this punishment is going to be fucking shitty because the last two were easy breezy.
That's not how we felt when we were watching Climax, John. You know better.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Fuck, this is gonna be karma
watching-
for eating that blue and onion.
2 movies. in a row. I thought we all did good.
I don't like that face. Did you pick one?
No, I haven't picked one yet. I'm just really excited for this because you two collectively have horrible luck.
As long as it's not sitting out front in the kiddie pool.
I would be so stoked if it was that.
Alrighty, so Bennett, you have the courtesy of taking it away by picking this week's punishment for John and Liam.
Oh.
And your trial by fire punishment is to go to a psychic and do what they say.
Okay, that's not that
bad.
bad.
No, it's not. But
Oh.
I think it'll be pretty fun for everyone else involved.
Yeah,
So
no.
There's you guys know about there's a psychic kind of right around the block here actually.
Yeah, we can just walk there.
Yeah.
Like take a little stroll and so and yeah, walk in and just you have to militantly take their advice. Is kind of I think our rule here.
I can deal with that.
When are we going to do this? You're leaving town.
I'll be back Sunday.
All right, we're doing this on Sunday. Come by if you want.
Nothing like
you
If you guys want to
psychic
walk to the
Sundays.
psychic with us Sunday night,
Stop on by the studio. I'm going to call it a studio from now on. It'll make me feel more accomplished. Stop by the studio and join us for Psychic Sunday. And all said and done, that concludes this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. And keep an eye on JC Bamp's social media where you can find proof of our losers completing their tasks. I, for one, am excited for Psychic Sunday. And feel free to check out our the plethora of our other tasty posts and content found there as well. You've been listening to JC Bamp's Trial by Fire. Keep it burning, friends.
Pew pew.
clap, clap.
Did I say something?
Victory is hollow.